So depending on your time zone, of course, you're going to be hitting Regidrago for the next elite raids coming up here in Pokemon Go. Just wanted to show you what that's going to look like and maybe give a little bit of information about that. We'll show 2 accounts just for the sake of like having different counters, but this is a pretty easy raid boss as far as, well, when you consider last time it was like the Hoopa Unbound, and that was definitely more difficult than this. We did have a raid party of 20, but that aside, I mean, you could probably do this with like 4 or 5 trainers if they're pretty decent. So anyway, you know, you're using your dragon types, but basically anything that's super effective against dragon would be great, you know, like ice, fairy, and all that. If you're gonna mega something, obviously you can mega your Latios, you can mega the Abomasnow, stuff like this. But again, probably doesn't need to be overcomplicated, right? So you can see here, it's gonna be defeated like before a minute is even up. And so I did just want to say, of course, the first Regidrago raids that hit the world, I guess, were in New Zealand, and they had a lot of issues there, namely the fact that they couldn't even join the raids. And so Niantic, I guess, pushed this out either without testing. I don't know how this stuff works, so they either didn't test it or they must have like edited something right before it went live. I do not know. You just got to look at some potential items that you'll get there. You'll get a lot of items, so that's good. They can only be done in person, so just remember, you cannot invite remote raiders to this or do it yourself remotely. Yeah, it's unfortunate. This thing, I guess when you're catching it, I did just want to say, like, my first few throws were abysmal. You can definitely see, especially on the left right there, it's like, it's just a little bit further back than I imagined it to be because the catch circle is sort of misleading. You know, it looks really huge and all that. This thing's also like pretty salty, so it's gonna yell at you, it's gonna do its battle cry, it's gonna jump. You gotta look at a few excellence and stuff like that, hopefully on screen right here. Essentially, if you throw, like, let's say a right hook, you know, you'll want to go to the top right, just kind of aim there when you do your curveball throw. Top left, of course, if you're the other direction. And so you saw this one was a 1661, and it's going to be an 82%. So, like, you're obviously going to want something higher than that, right? Because one of these that I caught is absolute garbage, and this one was an 82. Best of luck out there with yours.